Let's imagine that we have a couple, for example, Max and Anna. They are trying to get pregnant, but unfortunately, nothing happens. Max and Anna are being examined at the clinic. It turns out that Anna has problems with the eggs. Her fertilized egg cannot become a healthy embryo, even under ideal in vitro conditions. Does it mean that Max and Anna have to forget about having children? The case of Anna and Max, just like thousands of cases of other couples, is correctable. They can become parents. To do this, we invite a healthy donor, take her eggs, and fertilize them in vitro by the husband's sperm. After that, a surrogate mother gets into the program. She carries and gives birth to a baby. Anna and Max receive a birth certificate of a child with their names in the field Mom and Dad. How do we choose a donor? Together with the parents-to-be, we look through the different donors from our catalog. All women who are in the catalog are automatically considered ideal candidates. They are healthy and young. They are mothers themselves, which means that their eggs are capable of fertilization and can become a good embryo. We can choose a donor that looks like an intended mother. They may have a similar constitution, height, hair color, face type. And the most important is that the donor of oocytes and the surrogate mother are always different women. It is necessary to understand that there are specific diagnoses and situations due to which we may start the surrogacy program with donor eggs. There are 3 factors that define whether the participation in this kind of program is necessary or not. The first factor is whether a woman has her own eggs or not. The reason for not having them is not important. Perhaps a woman has menopause. She may have had her ovaries removed. If the doctors confirm that there are no eggs, we can start the program. The second factor is the risk of transmission of hereditary diseases from mother to child. The third factor is the poor response of the ovaries to the stimulation of ovulation, which can show up in different ways. For example, woman takes pills that stimulate ovulation, but there are still few eggs and they are of poor quality. Or doctors manage to get eggs, but after fertilization, the embryo turns out to be weak and non-viable. These are indications to joining the program of surrogate motherhood with egg donation. But the medical reasons are one thing, and the doubts of an infertile woman are completely another one. Some are scared by the fact of using donor eggs because their baby will carry the DNA of her husband and an outside donor. Women doubt that they will be able to love a child who is genetically half native to them. And it's true, since genetically the baby is really half native. But first of all, it is important to understand that this is a child from the husband, from the loved one. Maternal instincts are stimulated not only, and not so much, during pregnancy, but when a woman takes care of a child. She takes them in her arms, feels their helplessness and her strength, feels their smell, sees their smile, and all of these are the response of the mother's instinct. Surrogate motherhood with donor eggs is a psychologically demanding procedure. In this situation, for future parents, it is especially important to be the one and understand that they are moving towards a common goal, their child. Parents and donors cannot meet. It is prohibited by the law. We make sure that the process of surrogate motherhood with donor oocytes is carried out in accordance with the legal and moral norms. We provide full information about donors. Intended parents can learn almost everything about them: health condition, eye color, weight. If needed, a psychologist works with the future parents. We want the program to go well for all of the participants, for the child to be healthy, for the parents to be happy, and for the surrogate mother to have no consecutive injuries.